morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Inside Scoop. I'm your host, Big Bubba. Along with me is my co-host, Joe. Joe, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Got your list ready?
Yes, I do.
Everything's going good? Mm-hmm. Are you choking to death?
Nope.
That's good.
Last time I was here, I was a year younger, but now I'm back and I'm a year older.
A year older? Yeah, I know. You celebrated a birthday. I think I wished you a happy birthday online. Yeah, I did. I mentioned something to you. Highlighted it. Put a smiley face around it, I think. It's often what I do to folks online. Well, what can we start off this show with before we even go into our list? Well, let's start off with what you mentioned to me earlier. Well, of course, for those of you folks who don't know, SmackDown has moved over to the USA channel.
Yeah, it's a lot of surprise.
Raw is still on USA channel, and so is NXT. Now, NXT is going to the CW on October 1st. I'll talk more about that later. But we have the return. I just saw this myself, too, on December the 14th on NBC.
We're going
to be the return of
Saturday night's main event, but it won't be late night this time.
Wow.
It'll be at 8 o'clock at night.
Saturday night's main event is coming back to NBC. So wrestling's picking up its pace again.
And I found out who one of the commentators will be.
Who?
The man that tells it like it is. Jesse the Body Ventura.
Wow. We did, because he's been trying to get back with WWE as a commentator, so.
And he did show up backstage several weeks ago.
Who's he going to be working with, do you know?
I don't know.
So it's not bad news. What's bad news for you?
Well, he's kind of embarrassed by the new guy he's working with lately.
Just, he's not doing bad, the new guy. The guy he used to do Holy Moly. It's getting fun. Well, for those who don't remember the old Saturday night main event some years ago, they've been gone for what, about 8 years now? A while?
Yeah, it went from NBC to Fox, and now it's back to NBC again.
Okay. So I know they're not with Fox anymore at all.
And they used to have Friday night 1 hour main event on Fridays from time to time too.
Okay.
One of those main events was February 5th, 1988, which had the night that Hogan got screwed out of his title by Dave Hebner's twin, or I don't know, it was Dave or his brother. Yes. And Andre sold the title to the $1 Million Man. I think all three titles were on the line that night. Yeah,
Dave and Earl Hebner. Dave Hebner was the actual referee of Record, and Earl came in and took over and screwed Hogan. I didn't remember the date, but thank you, Joey. That's why I keep you around.
I remember I saw it at what used to be a store that no longer exists anymore, Kmart, down at Triborough, which is now a supermarket, but I'm not saying what name now. Mm-hmm. That's where I saw that main event. Because I happened to be going in the movies down that way when they had the movie house down there.
Okay.
And I stopped into...
You're telling me something because I wasn't in town then. Yeah, I believe I was still living with my parents.
That's what I was doing too. I was with my mom in Rehoboth.
Well, let's go on to our birthdays and we'll go from there. For those who said, go on WrestlingForum.com. I know, side note, my good friend Vic Solagasta is back in town. He came back in town today. He's going to be going to the IWF. They have a ceremony every year where they induct new Hall of Famers, and Vic comes usually every year and sees that with his old friends. Welcome back, Vic Solagasta, the originator and founder of WrestlingForum.com, where you can get a lot of these birthdays on. Okay, Joe, it's for your listeners, nice and clear voice.
Okay. Former WWE star Ember Moon.
Ember Moon, I forget her name now on AEW. They have a different name for her. I forget her name though.
August 31st, 36. Former women's champion Wendy Richter. September 8th, 64.
Can't believe Wendy's 64 already.
One half of the Powers of Pain, the Barbarian. September 6th, 66. Oh, jeez.
The Powers of Pain. Okay.
Yeah, Barbarian Warlord.
Yep.
Corporal Kushner.
Who I met once briefly, didn't say anything to him though.
September 7th. Braun Strowman.
Is Corporal Kushner still alive?
I don't think so. I think I saw that. I think he passed, I think. I have to recheck, make sure. Oh, yeah, Braun Strowman.
One big SOB.
Yeah, September 6th, 41.
He looks phenomenal for 41 years old.
Hall of Famer Molly Holly, September 7th,
yes.
47.
Wow, Molly looks good for 47 too.
Hardcore legend Raven.
Yes.
September 8th, 60.
He's 60. I can't believe Raven's 60.
Skinner.
Yes, Steve Kern.
September 10th, 73.
Oh wow, he's 73 already. Steve Kern, 73. Remember original members of the Midnight Express, if you remember correctly. Him and Sweet Stan Lane were the original Sweet Midnight Express.
The Wise Man, Paul Heyman.
59, right?
Yep, on September 11th. The guy that I share a birthday with, one half of LOD, Legion Doom, the Road Warriors. Animal, yep.
Would have been my friend Vic had a nice picture online because he had met Animal years ago. Was actually friends with him. He has a nice picture with him online.
Which is September 12th, which is also mine. This guy went under two different names in the WWE, late 80s, early 90s WWE. He went under the name of the Magnificent Morocco. Mm-hmm. Also went under the name of The Rock.
Don The Rock Morocco. It's going to be close to 72 or something, that area.
September 10th, 75.
I can't believe Don Morocco is 75. Can't believe that.
The Great Kabuki. September 8th, 76.
I didn't know Kabuki was still alive.
I didn't know either until his birthday popped up. Baron Corbin. His birthday was Friday the 13th last week. September 13th, 40. And lastly, this is one.
Actually, Lex doesn't work for the company birthday. Last year's been officially released.
This guy was one of the guys we saw. They showed on the opening episode of SmackDown this past Friday. Oh, last Friday.
Okay.
Teddy Long.
Holla holla.
September 15th, 77.
A lot of people were at that show.
Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Vicky Diana was there, and she smiled. She said, excuse me.
Well, I can't say this guy's favorite catchphrase, one-word catchphrase. I don't think it's appropriate to say it.
Holla holla who? What wrestler was it?
Ron Simmons. I don't think I can say his catchphrase, one-word catchphrase.
Damn, you can't say that?
I don't know if I could on here.
I don't know, but I just said it.
It had RVD was there.
If we can't say that, director, you can always edit that out. He's just looking down. He's not looking at me. RVD, yeah. I do have a time when I'm doing something. I go, RJB.
The former king and queen of the WWE, Booker T and Sharmell.
Yep, I saw them there.
I think it was 4 Raw stars were there.
Yeah, Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser was there.
Damian Priest and Sheamus.
Yes. Well, Sheamus did a lot of work on SmackDown. I know for a fact he did. Side note, I just saw Drew McIntyre in his new movie with Batista yesterday. Yeah. The Killing Fields. He's in there for about maybe 15 minutes, maybe less. I mean, the story's carried by Dave Bautista's lead character, so. He's also the executive producer. Not a bad movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoy movies like that. It's almost like a John Wick idea. Well, that's our list of birthdays.
Yeah.
Now along the deaths. Before we go into the deaths you have written down, we should all get ready for it, prepare for it. Worry about, 12 games out now? 12 more games of the season for the death of the Red Sox season, because they're not going to make the playoffs. I think They're 4 games out still on the wild card, and there's only 12 games left. Unless Minnesota dies and it loses badly, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I don't think the Red Sox are going to make it. They tried, but they're not going to make it.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Do what you list.
This guy is a Hollywood legend. Star Wars and Lion King voice actor. He's also on-screen work.
Yes.
He was the voice of Darth Vader and Mufasa from The Lion King.
Yep. He was also in A League of Their Own. He did Sandlot.
Field of Dreams.
Did he do Sandlot? Was the guy behind the house? Was him?
James Earl Jones.
What was his dog's name in Sandlot? It's a good question.
I don't know.
Hercules.
These two have famous relatives. First one is from the original Karate Kid, Chad McQueen, whose father was Steve McQueen.
Okay, I didn't know that one. I didn't hear about that one.
And the next one, this is the second member of a famous young group from the 70s, from the Jackson 5.
Oh, Tito, Tito Jackson was 74, right, when he passed?
I think so, yeah.
I saw that one on TV. Tito passed.
I saw it on Facebook.
Is that it for our deaths?
Yeah, that's all I got.
His name is George Souther. I guess he was an actor and writer.
I think he did music for the Eagles or something.
Yes.
J.D. Souther.
Yeah, he just died. I think he just died today. Or yesterday. Recently, I literally just saw it on my phone this morning. Well, I guess we have a little bit of time. Let's go into Bad Blood, and we will go from there. We got listed. We'll give our picks now. And hopefully, we'll have a better list on next show.
Yeah, next show we'll definitely be making the picks on that one. It's only a few days away from the pay-per-view. Next show. First, the Raw Women's title, Liv against Rhea.
I think Rhea takes her title back. Seriously, I think people are going to get. I think Dom's going to get involved, and it's actually going to cost Liv. That would be a good twist to have Liv and Dom kind of quarreling, because it'll cost Liv her title if Dom getting involved.
Oh yeah, this past Monday, Finn Balor told Rhea that he's the one who's behind everything. By having Dom walk away from her and go to Liv and things like that. He told Rhea. Next match, the Hell in a Cell match.
Yes. That could be a bomber. That could seriously be. That might actually steal the show.
It's CM Punk
against Drew McIntyre
again.
Third time, but yeah, CM Punk looks like he's steaming.
I guess he said his sister or sisters and his wife told him not to do it.
Yep.
He's going against them.
Now, I've read somewhere online, there's rumors spreading that it might be CM Punk's last match, too. It might be one of his last matches. He might be getting ready to retire and work with NXT, work with Shawn Michaels a little bit.
And the final match on my list, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns teaming against Solo and Jacob Fatu.
That could be an interesting match. That could be real interesting. Can Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns exist? It's a question. Solo and Jacob Fatu. I think Jacob Fatu is a phenomenal wrestler. I mean, crazy man, the Wolf Man they call him, I guess.
Yeah.
He's a really good wrestler, good athlete, jumping around, athleticism, strength, power. Seems like he's inverse to pain, works a match.
I have a funny feeling that Cody and Roman are going to have some backup during that match.
Yeah, probably the other members. The Bloodline will be out there with them.
The real Bloodline.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I know NXT has their, I guess, No Mercy coming up.
Former WWE pay-per-view.
Yep. And it's going to be October 1st when they go to the CW. And the main event there is going to be a champion. What's his name? Evan. You don't watch it.
No.
But he's going against Trick Williams. And The guest referee is going to be CM Punk. Because they're going to be in Chicago. I guess he was approached by Shawn Michaels, and Shawn says, you do what you want to do. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. So he's going to be the referee in that match.
I guess Randy's going to be showing up on there.
October 7th, sorry.
When they're in St. Louis.
He's going to be wrestling Javon Evans, who's one of the upstart prodigies. Real good little athlete, good worker, but big age difference. I think Orton's like 46. This kid's like 20 or 21. That should be an interesting match, though. I mean, Evans he's not a rule breaker. He's actually a face. He's a good wrestler. It'll be a real good match. I know the new Japanese girl who's coming in as the international sensation, Julia, is going against Roxanne Perez in a match. I get the feeling Ridge Holland's going against member of Chase University. I'm not sure which one. He's wrestling somebody. Looks like that's going to be a good pay-per-view. I know what's her name, Jordan
Grace? Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan Grace I think is her name. She's the current North American champion. She's going against somebody. Remember a social influence, I think. It's been interesting in watching NXT. Some different feuds that are starting up and battling back and forth. You would almost think in the way they're doing it too, they might have the rubber match, the 7th match between Andrade and that's another match you didn't mention. Andrade is going against
They haven't made it official for the pay-per-view that I know of.
I thought they
They only had 5 matches so far.
Yeah, I know.
Andrade is
3-2, and he's going to end up going against
Carmelo Hayes.
Come on, but he's going against someone else for the title.
Oh, LA Knight.
Yeah. I wonder if they're keeping it for the pay-per-view or for just for SmackDown. Might just be a SmackDown match. I know Gunther right now hasn't got an opponent. Sami Zayn's been bugging him.
He keeps turning them down.
I got a feeling Adam Pearce might order that match, but a little disrespectful we did to Bret Hart then.
Oh, yeah.
Then Bret Hart called him a coward and don't want to fight.
In Bret's hometown.
Calgary, Alberta. That's where he's from. And the return of Natalya.
Yeah, she's on a tear right now.
Well, she did give her a little push because she's coming back. I guess she was going to retire, and now she's going to wrestle, I guess, another year. I think they re-signed her for another year. As I had mentioned last show, Odyssey Jones has been terminated, been fired by the company. I guess the story behind the story came through on that. And they're letting him go. Bobby Lashley, of course, got released. I don't know why. Bobby Lashley's a great worker. MVP. Another guy who's in limbo. You don't see him on TV much. Omos. You read my mind. It's crazy. But then again, there's a guy that could be an interesting match. It should be at No Mercy, too, to go back to NXT. Uber Femi against Avadon. What's his name? Oh, I'm picturing him, but I can't picture his name. The head of the family there. I can't think of his name. But Uber Femi, I think we'll be going against him again in a rematch. They brought back a guy named Hammerstone, who I met when he first was a rookie at XWA. Hammerstone was local. I actually have somewhere, I think I still have, I have a Hammerstone tank top somewhere at home. If I look for it, maybe I could find it. But, what's his name is? D'Angelo was his last name there. He's going to the Don there. That should be an interesting pay-per-view in time. Well, since our last show, I went to a RWA show over at the Alley of the Rosary on Traverse Street in Providence. Really good card. About over 200 people there. Small. It's not as big a venue as the other place they were when the Johnston Rec Center, which is holding their next card at RWA New England. It'll be at the Johnson Rec Center. I believe it's the 13th of October. I believe, but don't hold me to the date on that one. Look it up at RWA New England. I'll go see T Phoenix. On a more personal note, I mean, I guess T had a little bit of a problem before the match. He was driving up with his truck, and in tow he has the ring. And then they're doing some construction in front of a church. I couldn't believe it was in front of a church. He was backing up to try to get his trailer in closer, and some guy cut him off. He's like, "Come on, will you do me?" The guy yelled at another guy. He went to go do it. Another guy cut him off, and then another car cut him off. And it says to the third guy, "Can you give me a chance to get in? I'm trying to get the ring." The guy's like, "I don't care. Move your truck." To T, move your truck out of the way. And T got a little peeved at him. And T said, why don't you come out of the car? And, he poked his head. "Why don't you say it to my face?" And the guy pulled a knife on him, I guess. This is what he said. And T says, "Okay." I mean, if you probably don't know who T Phoenix is from Hole in the Ground. T Phoenix is about 6'5" and weighs about maybe 50 pounds. If that guy got out of that car, T probably would have killed him. Justifiable homicide. Pull a knife on the guy. I mean, you trust up a ring. That's all he's trying to do. You're being a jerk. This is all in front of a church, mind you. It's funny, when I was at the venue last week, and people were yelling something that they shouldn't have been yelling. And I'm looking over at the priest who's sitting right next to me. When the priest is in the church, I go, "I can't yell that. We're in a biblical place." And the priest started cracking up. Started laughing. "I can't yell that. We're in a biblical place." And WWE has a match coming up in Woonsocket at the end of the month. Well, Wrestling Extreme, they're going to be in Woonsocket. It's on River Street, I believe, 70 River Street. I think it's the address. It's been a while since I've been down one of their shows, but I might look into that. There's a match for Pro Wrestling. It's Teddy Goods' promotion, and they're going to be at the Bridgewater VFW. That's sometime later on this month. If you go online, independentwrestling.com, look up Teddy Goods or ProWrestling.com, Pro Wrestling New England, I think he's calling it. Might be able to get some information on that. Fight Life has got something, I think, Fight Life's show, I believe, is tomorrow night, but because we tape on a Wednesday, as you folks all know. We've discussed this. We have a few more minutes left, but we've discussed this a few times in the past. And again, we'll go back to the subject. And I read something I never realized happened here. It's been going on. Guys who belong in the Hall of Fame. Now, I never read that King Kong Bundy put a class action suit against WWE after he retired. I never knew that. Now, he's a name that's not in the Hall of Fame. Do you think King Kong Bundy belongs in the WWE Hall of Fame? I do. I've met King Kong Bundy once. Very gentle man, literally big as a mountain. 444 pounds. He was built out. He was all that plus. I had a picture years ago of me giving him a headlock. The man's head was massive. I mean, massive. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. But I guess he pulled a class action suit, a few wrestlers did, against WWE for merchandising. I guess if they used their name in something, they were supposed to be paid X amount for it, and they never were. I don't know, but he's another guy who belongs in the Hall of Fame. Who's the other wrestler? Judy Martin, I guess, the female wrestler from years ago.
Oh yeah, Lalani Kai's tag partner from the Fabulous.
She's been very, very sick. I know that. She's very, very, very ill. Not doing well at all. So she's not doing too good. Oh, on a local level, I don't think I mentioned it last show. I don't think it may have come up since then. Local wrestler who I've met several. I remember her from the beginning of her tenure in wrestling. Her husband, Eddie Edwards, Alicia Edwards, got a concussion. The last pay-per-view for TNA. Before the match even started, she got concussion. She's still out with a bad concussion. They had to stop the pay-per-view or stop the thing, and they brought out the stretcher for her, and she never really had a match. I wish Alicia Edwards, I hope she's healthy. Hope she comes, recovers well from her injuries. Real sweet person, real good wrestler. She plays a heel every now and then. She plays a face. Trained by the legendary, God rest his soul, Nick Steele, who also trained Little Mean Kathleen. She's another local wrestler. But back to the Hall of Fame. Who else do you think maybe belongs in the Hall of Fame? I think referee Dick Worley belongs in the Hall of Fame. That's my opinion. I've been saying all along, Cyndi Lauper. They would mention Kai and Ty. I don't think they belong in the Hall of Fame. I mean, they were good, but they weren't Hall of Fame worthy. I mean, there's a wrestling hall named after one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Taka Michinoku has the Michinoku driver.
Yeah.
He still trains people in Japan.
People are still using that move in
Yep.
WWE, because I've heard one of the commentators say that.
How about guys who just retired from wrestling or left, like Bobby Roode? Do you think Bobby Roode?
Oh, yeah, he was another one that was in the crowd.
Yep. Yeah, he made a glorious appearance. He belongs, I think, in the Hall of Fame. Should be going into it soon. Guys who are still wrestling towards the end of their career, like R-Truth, should definitely be in the Hall of Fame, most definitely. There's a wrestler out there right now that should be in the Hall of Fame. Natalia's a sure shot bet to go in the Hall of Fame when she gets ready to retire. Mickie James is already in the Hall of Fame, is she not?
I don't think so.
She's a name that they could possibly put in the Hall of Fame this year. She belongs in the Hall of Fame, 7-time champion. I mean, they got Molly Holly's in the Hall of Fame.
Yep. Yeah, she is.
They should have Mickie James in the Hall of Fame. I mean, we throw different people at you, both genres of people. They're saying some people should be asked they should vacate them or leave them. Like the Fabulous Moo has a bad history. I don't know. I don't want to talk ill of someone who's passed away. Well, I can't believe, Joe, this half hour is going to come by again so fast. I'd like to thank WACS for having us. All you fans out there who continue to watch us and support the show, thank you very much. I want to thank our director on here for directing us. I want to thank you, Joe, like I said, for your lists. Without your contribution, I probably won't be able to do a show by myself. And want to wish everyone up there happy birthday. A special one I mentioned again is our good friend Jeff. I know he's ill will right now. My prayers are out with you, my friend. Until we see you folks again, take care. Bye-bye.